Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. Today we are reviewing a 2026 GMC Canyon AT4. Let's get into it. Before we get started, I'd like to give a huge shout out to Rusty Druring Chevrolet for allowing me time with this vehicle. Please reach out to Evan for all your vehicle needs. Powering this 2026 GMC Canyon AT4 is a 2.7 liter TurboMax engine producing 310 horsepower and 430 pound-feet of torque through an 8-speed automatic transmission. All right, starting on the front, we have the GMC grille in red. Here's our AT4 badge. Split headlight design. These are LEDs with some DRLs mixed in as well. And then we have the smaller fog lights up front here. You'll notice the cutout in this front bumper allows for better ground clearance. This does get about 10.7 inches for you off-roading folk, which I assume if you're buying this trim, you're probably going to off-road it mildly. Red recovery hooks down here. And then you'll see we do get skid plates all the way back. Pretty sure they're aluminum. And coming around to the passenger side, you'll see we get these marker lights on the wheel fenders here. And then looking at our tire and wheel setup, these are Goodyear Wrangler Territory ATs, 265/65 R18s. New to 26, we do have these different style wheels. You'll go check out my video. I do have a video comparing the 2025 GMC Canyon AT4 to 2026. The wheels are a little different. I prefer these, I think, because there is more black in the wheel and not as much machined aluminum. Taking a step back, you'll notice we get black capped mirrors, and these do have blind spot monitoring. And then we get a large AT4 badge down here. No rock rail protection on the AT4. You'll see color match door handles as well. And then coming in the back, we are just leaf sprung back here, as you all can see. Now that is the biggest difference, in my opinion, from the AT4X to the AT4, is you will have Multimatic DSSVs in the back of the AT4X, which obviously are light years better than just regular leaf springs in the back. So that's pretty standard. You'll see the other marker light in the back. We just have a single exhaust here. We'll listen to that engine here in a second. Bed step in the back. Tail lights. And then let's look at the rear here. You'll see a color matched bumper. We do have parking sensors. Here's our towing hookups. Max towing on this AT4 is around 7,700 pounds, which is really good for the mid-size class. You see large GMC logo and a chrome Canyon spelled out. Let's take a look at the tailgate. This is not powered. You see we have this mountainscape on the end here. Very dampened though, opens really slow. And you'll notice this one is bedline, 2 tie downs in each corner. GMC stamped in the front, and then we do get a little bit of power in the back here. Another cool feature of this tailgate, obviously the ruler. Everybody uses this, I know they do, even if you don't want to admit it. And then look at the storage. You'll find this on these GMC, I should say GM products. This is on the Colorado as well. Storage in here does have a plug also. So theoretically, you could put ice and drinks in here. So that's a cool feature. It is hard to close. You have to use 2 hands. Super light tailgate, as you would expect. Do another walk around here. Really cool looking truck. We'll talk about the price point here. Let's take a look at the sticker. 2026 AT4 in the Summit White. Excuse me. I am partial to white trucks. I think they just look better than all the other colors. So base price is $45,400. This truck actually only has the bed liner, so no technology package, no premium package on this AT4. And that after destination, total vehicle price $47,970. You know, these mid-sized trucks, I'm not really sure what to think of the pricing on them. $47,000 sounds like a lot for this vehicle. We'd call this probably a mid-trim level in this Canyon. You know, AT4X get closer up to that $60,000 range. And obviously, if you get the Bison package, even more, probably closer to 70. In my opinion, this is probably the sweet spot for the Canyon. You have some off-road goodies inside, which we'll take a look at, but you also, the daily drivability of this truck is great. Let's look at the fuel economy. 22 highway, 17 city, 19 combined. Doesn't get much better than that when driving a truck. Let's take a look at the interior. All right, so we do have the classic AT4 interior, black on tan. I probably like this interior better, the color scheme, than the AT4X. I'm not a big fan of the Obsidian Rush, the white interior. But you'll notice standard window controls, lock, unlock. And it's just hard plastic up top, but we do get a little storage in here. Power seats. These are leather. The seats are really nice, actually. A little firm, but the look of them is great. Black and tan, and then we get that large AT4 badge up top. Talk payload here. 1537 on this particular vehicle. Not terrible for a midsize. Trailer brake controller here. Here's a little bit of lighting control that adjusts your gauge brightness up here because it is fully digital. Some chrome accents here. More tan throughout. Let's hop inside here. Starting this thing up. There's your gauge cluster there. Pretty cool. And then you do get this larger infotainment screen, which does feel pretty premium, in my opinion. Taking a look at this steering wheel, it is leather wrapped, so that is really nice. Feels really good. You'll see the brown stitching. I'm sure if you all can see that. It feels super premium. Here's our cruise control, and here's our gauge adjustment. Your phone controls here, music controls. If we just flip through some of these options here, you'll see you have several different options. You do get the Google Maps on here. That's a pretty neat feature. So if you plug it into your phone, you can just have your directions right there. So lots of different configurations for this. There's your kind of your off-road mode for this AT4. Wipers, blinker on this side. Coming around, I think this is an 11.3 inch infotainment screen. We'll show you some features here. Excuse me. Let's look at our cameras. Just have a rear view camera. As I mentioned, this doesn't have the tech package, so we just get a standard rear view. Nothing wrong with that. Standard backup camera. Climate controls down here. We do get heated seats, 3 different levels. We do have dual climate controls. Then we have really large vents, kind of elongated vents down here. This puts all your windows down. Auto start, stop, lane keep assist, 1 auxiliary switch. And then coming down here, we have our USBs, C and A. I don't think that is wireless. That's another feature in the AT4X. That is a wireless charging pad. Coming down, here's our shifter in the middle. I love this. I love the feeling of this shifter as well. Parking brake. Here's our 2-speed transfer case. So you do get four-wheel drive auto, which is a great feature to have. Then 4 high, 4 low. Let's take a look at our drive modes. You change them by twisting this, and then it will show up here. So let's see what drive modes we get. Sorry, it shows up here. My bad. I've been doing too many Fords lately. Here's an off-road, tow haul, terrain, and normal. So just 4 drive modes. In the AT4X, I'm pretty sure you get Baja and Rock Crawl. I think those are the exclusive to the AT4X. But really everything you need in this truck. Standard rear view mirror, electronic rear mirror, which is nice. You don't get that in the Colorado. And then you'll see more premium material, kind of this carbon fiber trim, AT4 badge there. Here's a view of the passenger side. It's a pretty luxurious truck. 2 cup holders down here and phone storage. Obviously, this being a midsize, we have a smaller console here, but you do get a tray, and I think there's more USB chargers in there. And then you get 2 cup holders back here for your rear passengers. So overall, it's not bad. Let's hop out and listen to this 2.7. So, this sounds exactly how you think it would. Nothing too crazy here. Hopping in the back. We have the same color scheme in the back, obviously, just window controls and just a little bit of storage in here. You notice on the driver's side, there's no pocket in the back. There is one on the passenger side. We have nice floor mats here. 2 vents back here, which is nice, and 2 USB chargers, and you have another just household plug-in down here. No center drop-down armrest. If you hop in, here's our leg room. I'm about 5'11". My knees are not touching. I could sit back here for a little bit in my headroom. I have a couple inches. Not the most comfortable, but I could sit back here for a couple hours. And then here's a view of the front seats, front area. So overall, really cool looking truck. Love the interior of this thing. So overall, let me know what you all think of this 2026 GMC Canyon AT4. Let me know what you think of the pricing. $47,000, is that outrageous for a truck of this caliber? You get some goodies in there. Like I said, you can get the tech package, which will give you that 360 camera. But overall, really solid truck. You'll get great gas mileage in this thing as well. Perfect daily driver. You could still get places off-road. Like I said, 10.7 inches of ground clearance. You have that little cutout here, 33-inch tires. So overall, really sick looking midsize truck. Let me know what you all think, and we'll see you on the next one.